What if the man who climbed the minaret to call the faithful to prayer one morning would a decade later sit upon the lion-carved throne of an empire? This isn't a fantasy novel. It's the incredible true story of a man who clawed his way from the absolute bottom to the very pinnacle of power. Our story begins around the year 1223, on the vast wind-swept plains north of the Black Sea. A boy named Kiraz was born into a humble Kipchak clan, but his world was about to be shattered. The Mongol hordes swept through, a storm of destruction that consumed everything in its path. Kiraz's village was burned, his parents were killed, and he, just a child, was captured and sold into the brutal world of slavery. His journey as human cargo eventually led him to the bustling markets of Egypt. There he was purchased and entered service as a Mamluk, a slave soldier under the ruling Abid Sultan. In a world where he was seen as mere property, Kiraz refused to be broken, possessed a sharp mind and formidable physical strength, qualities that didn't go unnoticed. He was selected for elite training, serving as a guard near the majestic Nile. Though his name was still lowly and his origins obscure, the gears of fate were already turning for him. Kiraz possessed two qualities that would define his life: uncommon courage and unwavering loyalty. In the year 1250, this was put to the ultimate test. The Crusaders, led by King Louis IX of France, invaded Egypt. The Mamluks fought back with ferocious determination. Kiraz was in the thick of it, participating in the pivotal battle at Al-Manra. His actions on the field helped turn the tide against the invaders, securing a stunning victory. His valor earned him recognition and praise. But with recognition came a dawning ambition. He looked at his scars, remembered the sweat and blood he'd shed, and felt a burning desire for something more than just a pat on the back. He believed his sacrifices deserved more than commendation. They deserved power. This was the moment Kiraz, the slave, began to transform into Baybars, the leader. The year 1260 was the turning point. By now known as Baybars, he played a leading role in one of history's most decisive battles, the Battle of Angelti. He and his fellow Mamluks faced the seemingly invincible Mongol army and did the unthinkable. They defeated them. This victory sent shockwaves across the world and forever shifted the balance of power in the Middle East. But victory on the battlefield didn't automatically grant him a throne. When the spoils of war were divided, Baybars felt he was overlooked, his monumental contribution dismissed. That feeling of betrayal ignited a dramatic and ruthless act. On the journey back from his triumph, Baybars confronted his own sultan, struck him down, and seized power for himself. He was proclaimed Sultan of Egypt and Syria. The lowly slave boy from the steppe was now Sultan Baybars, a name that would be whispered in both dread and admiration for centuries to come. Once in power, Sultan Baybars proved he was more than just a brilliant general. He didn't rest on his battlefield laurels, immediately set to work fortifying his realm. He rebuilt crumbling citadels, completely reorganized the military, and transformed Egypt and Syria into an impenetrable fortress against both Crusaders and Mongols. But his vision went beyond military might. He was also a statesman, implemented sweeping religious and judicial reforms, working closely with scholars and judges to strengthen the state under Islamic law. The man who might have once climbed a minaret to call for prayer now issued sultanic decrees that shaped an entire civilization. His reign from 1260 to 1277 ushered in the golden age of Mamluk dominance. Baybars' journey teaches us incredible lessons. From being uprooted and enslaved, he showed that human dignity and ambition can survive even the most devastating of beginnings. He began as a soldier serving others, and rose to become a ruler, proving that true leadership often springs from dedicated service, not from entitlement. And finally, his legacy went far beyond personal gain. His reforms and victories didn't just benefit him, they reshaped societies and protected a culture for generations. It's a powerful reminder to all of us to aim for an impact that outlives our own ambitions. If you found this epic journey from slave to sovereign as fascinating as I do, please hit that like and subscribe button. Share this story with someone who loves history. And let me know in the comments your favorite moment from Sultan Baybars' incredible saga. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.